Hello, everyone. This is Daryl Guberman, CEO of Guberman PMC LLC, a quality consulting firm here in Connecticut, and also an ISO registration company and all derivatives. Today in Fortune, there was an article about the doom loop gives the new CEO, Kelly Ortberg, little rest. I'm going to say this to all of you who are listening to this. I'm going to say this to IAM 751, to my fellow business associates, to my friends and family, and my extended family, you people out there. I've been involved with quality for over 40 plus years. Aerospace, medical implants, medical materials, printing, and plastic distribution, where we dealt with every type of company under the sun. I have to tell you this, and this is the problem. The MCAS system for the 737 MAX that killed 348 souls on the Ethiopian Air and Indonesian Air. Robert Kelly Ortberg, no matter what he does, the new CEO, is going to be haunted by those souls. I know it's coming up on Halloween. You're looking at me like, this guy's got to be off the deep end. I made sure before I used the term Dybbuk that I got it from several rabbis. A Dybbuk is a soul that is walking the earth. Some of them are cruel, some of them are mean, some of them have died violently. A Dybbuk is a soul that has not, as I gathered, a Dybbuk is a soul that has not left to go to its next place, whether it's heaven or whatever. So what I'm saying here is this, is that Robert Kelly Ortberg, the new CEO, it's a sad thing to say this, but as he was the former CEO of Rockwell Collins, who assisted in the development, manufacture, and implementation on the 737 MAXs that basically killed the Ethiopian Air and Indonesian Air passengers, 348 of them, those souls jumped into his soul. And he has to do that. He has to deal with that. And no matter what he touches, it will not improve Boeing's posture. It will not improve Boeing's quality. It will not improve anything. Because he has those souls grasping his own and controlling him. Like, for example, purchasing a house the first week of the strike. He should have put that off, but no, he didn't. What that's telling me is that he has no empathy for you, the workers of Boeing, no matter where you are on that plane, no matter what type of team member you are at Boeing. He had and has no empathy. I sent in, and I keep on saying it again and again, a 42-page document with 11 letters of recommendation to the board. I am a shareholder of Boeing. And when you own a share, whether it's 1, 2, 10, 50, or 100, or 1,000, or 100,000, you are still owning a piece of that company. And as that is said to you, I sent certified mail to the board members, and I got the green card request back, but I did not, and I repeat, I did not get any responses, professional responses, that should come from the board to a shareholder, because the board is the defining factor of the guidance of the business. I did not. That tells me many things. That the company, the board, is not run properly. I put in this 42-page document to be their dark horse. After all, on June 18th, 2024, I went and I saw an accountant, that's all David Calhoun is, get chastised, and he was making $32 million. He is not worth that money. And as the board should relinquish his $45 million exiting bonus, or whatever you want to call it, he should relinquish it, because he is not representing Boeing in the most professional of light, in the sense of his background, the only thing he knew about aerospace is when he worked at GE, touching the engine cowling, walking down the line, if he even stepped in there. I figured he didn't because his reputation precedes him in the fact that he was managing Boeing from his house in New Hampshire. This is what we heard on the news. Everything that I said, I don't lie. In quality, you can't. If you start to lie in quality, it accrues. And what happens is a door blows off, an air plug, You fudge documentation like Boeing did in 2017 on the steel, on the metals that were going into their airplanes, along with their steel supplier, Kobe Steel. Most recently, they got fined $8.1 million at their composite facility, the V-22 Bell Boeing composite facility, for doctoring numbers or what have you. And they did that from 2007, 2018 for 11 years. So what has happened here is some really bad things. If Boeing does not choose, in any way, shape, or form, Daryl Guberman, to get them out of this trench, because Kelly Ortberg will not do it, I can almost guarantee it. And if you think that I'm bullshitting, if you think this guy is crazy, no, it's not craziness. I've watched many people come and go at Boeing, right? Money. Dennis Muhlenberg, David Calhoun, I was there. I stood up on April 17th without being invited on Capitol Hill. After the last person spoke, I said, Chairman, Senator Blumenthal, I've got something to say, and I stood up. And I told them that Boeing had given up on-site inspection at their suppliers to 2 pieces of paper. And they did. And nobody wants to expose that. I was interviewed last night by Tie City out of Uncut, okay? Uncut Nation. You can look me up, Daryl Guberman, Uncut Nation, and I didn't even expose half of the information that we have concerning how the DOJ, who fined Boeing $250 million, okay, sits on the American National Standards Institute and the American National Crediting Board, okay, sits on there as a member with Boeing. And Boeing is a customer, and so is the DOJ, paying for a service that's going to be rendered or given by ANSI ANAP. The Department of Homeland Security is also not just a member of ANSI ANAP, but also a customer, and so is the Department of Commerce, and so is the FDA, and many other federal agencies, the FTC, FBI, CDC, NIH, USDA, FDA, all of them, and FAA, along with corporations like Lockheed, Boeing, Pfizer, Johnson, just to name a few. So when Robert Kelly Ortberg was chosen, nobody knew about his true background, that during the time of design, manufacture, and implementation, he was the guiding light of Rockwell Collins. He jumped ship in 2021. I mean, he retired. After Dennis Muhlenberg said, I'm going to step down, Kelly Ortberg stepped down from Rockwell Collins. He was never taken to task. But do you know who's taking him to task? Daryl Guberman, the CEO of Guberman PMC LLC. What can I do? I'm telling you right now, he brings 348 souls with him. No matter what he does, he will not, and I repeat, not succeed without Daryl Guberman on his team. I don't bullshit around. I'm one of these guys, I'm not going to dress in a suit and tie. I'm going to get down with the people. And you know something, 130,000 people. It's very easy to communicate. Look what I'm doing. I'm communicating with the entire world on this video. My telephone number is 203-556-1493 or Daryl, D-A-R-O-L, TQRS at yahoo.com. And remember this, Mr. Ortberg and the board. The truth will set you free, but not until Daryl Guberman is done with you and finished with you. That was by David Foster Wallace. His real poem was, the truth will set you free, but not until it is finished with you. That's what it is. So, and remember this too. It is not the size of the dog in the fight that counts, Mr. Ortberg. It is the size of the fight in the dog. I look forward, Mr. Ortberg, and the board, to hear from you, because without me, Boeing is done.